Shout out to all the big mamas and aunties who done held down the kitchen for many years. It's a new season, and my mama and gran have passed the torch. In this series, I'm going to share some tips and tricks that I learned from them, and hopefully they'll be helpful for you in the kitchen. And today, we're talking cleaning collard greens. Shout out to my cousin Carmen, who dropped off the freshest bag of greens. The leaves were huge and vibrant green, picked straight from her client's garden. So first, I was always taught to take the thick stem out of the middle of the leaf by running the knife along each side. Now, some people keep them on for nutrients, but I personally don't like crunching on a thick stem in my greens. While this process might be a little tedious, trust me, it is worth it in the end. And before cutting the stem, I actually take time to inspect each individual leaf, checking the front and the back for anything creepy or crawly and any signs of pests. Keep in mind, these things grow straight out the ground, so you're bound to find Mother Nature living within it. So this is why this step is so important. It takes some patience to make sure these things are clean through and through. Another reason you just can't eat at everybody's house. While most of the leaves were healthy, there were a few that were a bit too damaged, and even though my mama's motto is hold on to the good, this is the type of leaf that we would just discard. Oh yeah, and remember the creepy crawly? This is what I was talking about. Yuck! Oh my goodness. Once each leaf went through its first inspection and was destemmed, I took them to the sink to rinse them one by one before placing them in a salt and vinegar bath to soak. Now, I know most people would cut up their greens before soaking them, but my mama always taught me to keep the leaves whole, which made it easier for me to inspect and make sure every single leaf was thoroughly cleaned. Oh yeah, and make sure to rinse and soak your leaves in cold water, because doing so in hot water will actually start the cooking process. After letting the leaves soak for a good 10 to 15 minutes, I then took each one out one by one and rinsed it for a final time. This process of inspection, cutting out the stems, rinsing, soaking, and then rinsing again probably took all of an hour and some change. But one thing's for sure, eating my greens, you can guarantee they're clean. Now, if you plan to cook the greens right away, you could easily cut them up at this point and throw them in the pot and prepare them to your liking. But for me, I'm actually saving these for Thanksgiving. So I laid them out on a paper towel lined baking sheet to dry and stacked the dry leaves onto a cutting board to prepare them for next steps. Then I rolled each stack like I was rolling, let's say dough, if you know, you know. Next, I cut them down the middle lengthwise and then in ribbons about 1 inch wide. We are just a couple weeks out from Thanksgiving, so I'm going to freeze these to make less work for myself the week of. To a Ziploc bag, I added a paper towel to the bottom just to absorb any additional leftover moisture, and then add all the cleaned and cut greens to the bag. I then give the bag a makeshift vacuum seal because, of course, we don't have a vacuum sealer, but my mama taught me how to do it by zipping it up until there's about 1 inch left on the bag, then pressing firmly on the bag to squeeze out as much air as possible before rolling the bag bottom side up and giving it a final seal. And there you have it. All the tips I learned from taking fresh greens, cleaning them, cutting them, and prepping them to freeze and use when you're ready. Share this video with anybody who might need it, and please hit that follow button for more tips and tricks. Bon appetit!